Firstly, I'd like to thank the organizers for this incredible opportunity. The presentations delivered today have been inspiring and fills me with hope for the future of St. Lucia. For those who do not know, I am currently a postdoctoral research scientist at the Whitehead Institute for Biomedical Research, which is an affiliate of MIT located in Cambridge, Massachusetts. My research focuses on understanding the complex biological processes that operate within cancer cells and endows them with capabilities to become resistant to both chemo and immune therapy, as well as to metastasize, that is, to spread from the primary tumor site where the tumor initially forms to distant organs around the body. And the hope is that by understanding these fundamental processes and dependencies of these highly aggressive cancer cells, one might be able to translate that knowledge to the design of more efficacious strategies for the treatment of this disease. And to do this, my work employs a multidisciplinary approach, one that involves the use of very sophisticated molecular biology techniques and advanced gene editing tools such as CRISPR, which some of you might have heard of in the news lately. I also work with extremely talented scientists from varying backgrounds, including in the fields of bioengineering, computer science, and in some cases, physician scientists. In fact, right now, biomedical research is becoming, I would say, even more collaborative, not only within academia, but also between academia and the biotech, pharma, and tech industries. And what this has done is it has led to the acceleration of scientific discoveries with clinical applications and makes it truly exciting to be part of this field. Now, in keeping with the theme of this talk, I would like to shift gears a bit and to tell you a little bit more about my personal background and scientific journey. And it is my hope that this will inspire others, especially the young people who might be watching and listening, to step out of their comfort zones and to expose themselves to new opportunities involving research and innovation. So my journey begins in the town of Beaufort, and this was where I was born from humble circumstances and adopted and raised by the Wood family. For 7 years, I traveled from Beaufort to Castries in order to attend the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School and later the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. I then taught high school for about 1 year. Spent some time at my alma mater, SJC, and later moved on to the Liquid Secondary School. After which I left St. Lucia upon receiving a full academic scholarship to Grambling State University to pursue my bachelor's degree in biology and a minor in chemistry, with the goal of continuing along a more traditional medical career track. So at that time, I was contemplating a career in either medicine or dentistry, as these were the assumed roles for someone formally trained in the life sciences. At least that was my thinking at the time. However, it so happened that in college, I got the opportunity to participate in two transformative research experiences, one at Purdue University in Indiana and the other at the University of Texas in Dallas. And there I got to experience firsthand what biomedical research entailed, what the lifestyle was like, and how exciting it was to be part of the discovery process, the creation of knowledge. It wasn't simply about regurgitating some fact from a textbook. In fact, in many ways, I felt like the textbook was coming to life, and it was empowering to be in that space. What these experiences also taught me was that had I not been exposed to research, I would not have known that it was something that I could do and that I would enjoy doing. Now, these experiences also highlighted to me the challenges associated with this field. And one of the things that I am particularly cautious about is painting this rosy picture of what a research career entails. In fact, there are long periods where one can experience a lot of quote-unquote failures and setbacks, and in many cases, there's a sense of delayed gratification. But what I quickly learned is that you must have an attitude of focus and determination in order to succeed. And I would add some level of luck, just to be quite frank. So fast forward to the end of college, I changed my career plans and decided to pursue my doctoral degree in biomedical sciences. Somewhat reluctantly, I accepted an offer from Harvard to pursue this endeavor. And I say reluctantly because I was very insecure and apprehensive about stepping into this unknown territory. So here I was transitioning from a small historically Black college and university in northern Louisiana to a predominantly white elite Ivy League institution in New England. And with that came several challenges, both intellectually, but more so, I would say, psychologically. But as with many challenges that I have faced in my life, I also overcame this after enduring a very steep learning curve. And by all metrics, was successful in this endeavor. Now, this rigorous training at all these really great institutions led to my current position, which is a postdoctoral research training at one of the top cancer biology labs in the world. And that is in the lab of Professor Robert Weinberg. So looking back, I have to say that I am truly humbled and grateful for the life-changing opportunities that have come my way. Two lessons that I want to underscore to this audience and to the young people listening. One is the importance of exposure. I came into the US education system with one idea of what one can do with formal training in biology and chemistry and in the life sciences. But it wasn't until I was exposed to this idea of biomedical research that I realized that it was something I was passionate about and that I could be good at. The second point I want to bring up is the importance of having the right preparation to meet the opportunities as they present themselves. So, unbeknownst to me, I have been cultivating the skills required to be a proficient researcher throughout my life. These skills include learning how to articulate a problem or a question, learning how to design a strategy to answer that question. So here skills like problem solving, strategic planning, troubleshooting are key. And learning how to synthesize all of that information and finally communicate it to others. And these were skills that I noticed that I had been honing from since my time in St. Lucia and are critical for being a proficient researcher. Finally, I would like to just reiterate two recommendations that were highlighted earlier on. One is that I think there needs to be a concerted effort to change the perception of what a researcher or an innovator looks like, and correcting this mistaken notion that these individuals either come from an elite class or are either boring or work in isolation in this remote research lab all day. I think this is far from the truth. And in fact, research requires a great deal of creativity and now collaboration with several other individuals with varying expertise. And to promote this shift in mindset, I think it is important that both parents and teachers foster curiosity at an early age. You know, kids are natural innovators. Just observe a kid in a kitchen with random appliances and you will be amazed to see what they can come up with. I think it is also equally important to create a culture that allows one to feel more comfortable with taking risk and stepping outside of one's comfort zone. And this is often where new ideas and innovations are born. And finally, I think we may need to reevaluate our metrics of success in our schools and in the wider community. While I do agree that earning good grades is important, I think that sometimes there can be too much of an emphasis on earning straight A's and being able to recall facts from a textbook, that it begins to inadvertently create a quote-unquote fear of failure mentality in students with untapped potential. And I think this can lead to missed opportunities for us. So I hope that sharing my story and some of these recommendations may be helpful to some. And I thank you for your attention.